morning, YouTube. It's Ricochet with Thunderstruck Transport, nothing but truck, and welcome to my channel. So I'm down here on 40, about 45 miles from Gallop, New Mexico, which is the last town before you get into Arizona. And got reports that the highway pretty much from the state line of Arizona all the way over towards I think past Flagstaff over to Kingman, Arizona, is shut down due to wind and I guess the snow that's coming in. I think it's more or less wind right now. However, they were talking of about 12 to 16 inches in the Flagstaff area. When I look at my radar, though, weather radar, it doesn't show anything like that, but who knows? So we reserved ourselves a parking spot at the TA truck stop up here in Gallop, New Mexico. I'm about 40 miles from there right now, and I'm supposed to be delivering tomorrow morning in Prescott Valley, Arizona, which is right between Phoenix and Flagstaff, pretty much. But that Highway 17 is also closed out of Flagstaff right about to the Prescott Valley area. So yeah, so we're lucky. We get to drive another 40 miles and be done for the day, evidently, until this storm passes today, I guess. And hopefully over the night they'll have it cleaned up, and then we can go on in sometime in the morning and get ourselves unloaded. Maybe a few hours late, but I guess better safe than sorry, you know. So the wind right now is blowing me pretty good. I'm running about 65. Just got off the radio with another gentleman, another driver, that said that he almost got blowed over on a couple of the bridges. To be careful. So the wind is pretty heavy right now. I don't know how fast it's blowing, but it's pushing me around a little bit. As you can see, I got a FedEx truck up here ahead of me, and he seems to be kind of swerving around the lanes a little bit, but that could just be him. I don't think it's that bad. But anyway, so we're going to keep on trucking over here to Gallop. I reserved a parking spot and paid for it. They had like 30 reserved spots at the truck stop, but there was only 7 left. I figure with the way the road's going and everything else that they'll probably go pretty quick, so I better go ahead and reserve one ahead of time, so I had a place to park. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves over there and get ourselves shut down. So we'll see how it goes. exit here in Gallop, New Mexico. As you can see, the roads are got pretty visibility. It's more or less, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit slippery, but I think it's more or less just visibility right now. It's getting a little bit brighter, which means the clouds are thinning up a little bit. So I'm not sure how long this storm is supposed to last today, but they'll get working on it later. And like I said, hopefully in the morning, or maybe even later this evening, they'll reopen the highways, and maybe we make it a couple extra hours or so tonight or whatever. But anyway, we're gonna jump off the highway. I'm about 2 miles away from my exit, and like I said, I got that spot reserved, so we should have some parking waiting for us when we get there. Good morning, YouTube. So you saw we didn't make it to the truck stop yesterday. That was probably around noon, I think, give or take. Yeah, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And the highways were shut down in Holbrook, Arizona, which is about 60 miles further down the road from where I stopped. And shut down all the way over towards Kingman, Arizona. And about halfway down is Flagstaff, and if you guys aren't familiar with Arizona, thinking it's all desert, Flagstaff on the northern side is pretty mountainous, lots of pine trees and mountains, and that's usually where all the bad snow hits. So it's really pretty up in that part of the country. I don't like the southern part of Arizona or Phoenix. It's hotter than hell down there. It was like 100 and last time I was there in the summertime, it was 117, I think, was the temperature. And I got out to walk across to get into the truck stop, and it was blacktop, not concrete, and you could feel yourself sticking to the road. You know, now, you know, I all believe in heaven and hell. And however, I did not know that Phoenix was actually the gateway and the door to hell. But that's exactly what it seemed like on that particular day. So anyway, this is now the next day. I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you something, so stand by here for just a moment. All right, here we are. Let me get this off the mount. At least I'm only this far away from the door to the truck stop, which has got a restaurant. But as you can see, trucks are kind of everywhere. And this is kind of what we're looking at. It don't look terrible, but it's not good at all. And just so you can see, I'll show you this here. Here we go. So this, of course, is where I'm at, and this is where I gotta go. And that's about 4 hours away is all it is. But I'll zoom in on, this is Google Maps. I'll zoom in here so you guys kind of at least get a little idea. There's Flagstaff. You can see the red is already there because of traffic. And there you go. There's the road closures. So all the way on up here to where I'm at in Gallop. Highway is closed. There's Holbrook, but they've actually got it closed all the way even before Holbrook now. And then getting into Flagstaff, coming down this road here, this is Interstate 17, and Prescott Valley is right there at that heart. That's where we need to go. So yeah, so this is it. So this is day 2 of what we got to have. Day 2. So I've been listening to the radio. They've released some of the Interstate 40 here in Gallop area. It hasn't updated yet here on the Google Maps, but from what I'm hearing, they're starting to let some of the westbound traffic go, which is all fine and dandy, but then you're going to get over to Gallop, it's going to be shut down again, and you've already got all those trucks that have been sitting there since yesterday. So it's really, I hear these newer drivers, talk about, is it open? We want to go, but you're going to get over there and you're not going to have any place to go anyway. So it's an hour down the road is about all you're going to get, and then you're going to get into a spot again where you've got more trucks because they were shut down earlier than what we were shut down here at. So all of the people that decided to keep on going yesterday when I decided to stop, they're all going to be jammed up over there, no parking, and it's kind of ridiculous just to make it an extra 60 or 70 miles. So, well, okay, so I was wrong, which does happen from time to time. No, they did open up the highway, and we waited probably about another hour, and I called my receiver, and they said that if I can't, they stopped receiving at noon. So if I couldn't get there by noon tomorrow, which I had planned on being there tomorrow by noon at the latest, because I was going to stay at the truck stop here tonight and then take off in the morning. But if I didn't get there till noon, and if something did happen, then they're saying that I probably would have to stay with the load until next Monday or Tuesday. Nah, I ain't going to do that. So hung around a little bit, talked to a bunch of other drivers. They said it was open and just wet in places. So we went ahead and took off. And sure enough, I mean, the road was wet till we got into Arizona, only just wet. And then for most of Arizona to Flagstaff was blue sky and not a stitch of snow anywhere. It looked like it was still summertime. So I don't know what happened yesterday to shut the highway down, but it cleared up where there was no problem. And I got about 20 miles to Flagstaff, and it started snowing. Not hard, but it was snowing pretty good. But we stopped at Little America, picked up some fuel just in case I did get stuck on the side of the road somewhere later. I didn't want to run out of fuel or whatever. I had just under a half a tank, but I don't like getting down below that, especially in bad weather, So anyway, we got here. Here we are. I'm about 1.5 miles away from where I got to deliver. It's a little Maverick, brand new. It's only been open about a month or so. Little Maverick truck stop. It's got enough room for about 8 trucks to park, so, which is all well and good. Got one truck here next to me, and that's it. So I'm about 1 mile on the other side of the building there. About 1 mile up the road is where I got to go to deliver in the morning. So we took the gamble and went ahead and drove, and it was fine. Like I said, we got into Arizona, Flagstaff, senior moment. Got up there to Flagstaff, and it was snowing, but it was just wet. The roads were just wet, so it was okay. Like I said, we got some fuel there, came down 17, and I got about 5 to 10 miles south of Interstate 40 there, and it started clearing up again. And as you can see here, it's flurrying and it's a little wet. It's only not too bad, about 47 degrees, so decent. And the amount of snow they're talking about getting here is not even, you know, it said it won't even register. It'll be less than an inch, if anything. So we did get rescheduled for tomorrow morning at 7, so that's all going to work out well. And I've got another load to pick up Saturday morning. I'm going to try and get it tomorrow, but most likely it's going to be Saturday morning, headed back to Coca-Cola there in Auburndale, Florida, just not far from the house. So anyway, that kind of does it for this one, guys. I'm going to put this one in the pocket and call it quits, and it's all good. So thanks for watching. Couldn't get the drone up and out, get any video with the drone because you know, the weather was so bad, but you know, times are coming around the corner when it'll start getting warm again. You know, when I get down into Phoenix and come across southern part of Texas, my next video going home probably will get some drone work in. But anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, hit that like button and subscribe, share the videos. But I appreciate y'all. So y'all be good. Thank you.